I don't know how many of you guys started in your youth telling stories, but I've tried like a lot of different styles. I like telling folk tales. I like telling horror stories. But two styles that I found particularly that I enjoy are tandems and ones from my personal experience. This is a question for any of you guys who started writing stories in your youth. How did you find your stories? I mean, how do you? Because I go home every day, I'm like, what have I done that I can tell? I'm just like, gosh. Well, how do you guys keep that up? Do you just do more stupid things, or it's just like just keep doing crazy stuff? Is that the key? I just need to live. I don't,
If you're like Bill Lepp, you don't actually have to do the stupid things, because that's too hard. It's too much work. Yeah. Just make up the stupid things that you did. Yeah. Do you care to respond, Mr. Lepp?
War is getting ready to break out. No. Okay. Oh.
No, I think this is an important question. I really do. And first of all, I'm still in my youth. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. Still not as old as you. No, my stories are, many of my stories are based on, literally, I say this when I do workshops with kids and high school students that age. Many of my stories are based on stupid things that I've done or stupid things that I thought about doing but was just barely smart enough to not do. Donald Davis pointed out, he said that my stories and his stories are very similar, except that my stories, where his stories end, I then ask the question, what if? And I go from there. And so, that's where a lot of it comes from. Whenever I am about to do something that I realize, oh, no, don't do that, then I think, oh, you know what, this is time to write this down. And so that's where a lot of this stuff comes from, is just seeing where, I could have done something really dumb and then going with it from there. And the thing that I tell guys your age, and this is, again, my buddy Skeeter said this to me, but people in high school and middle school, you guys are what he likes to describe as the epicenter of dumb. Not that you're not intelligent, it's just that you make more bad decisions in a day than you will the rest of your life. And so what I always encourage people your age to do is just write down the 3 dumbest things you did that day. I mean, you just said it. What did I do this day that could be a story? Write down the 3 dumbest things you did, or almost did, and then, later you can go back and see where those could be stories. And then just take it from there and, just blow it as far out as you can. So that's my advice.
A lot of times it's about paying attention, and it's not a big deal. And an artist's first job is to pay attention and notice things that other people don't notice. Like I have a story that's 35 minutes long about in 2nd grade going to the teacher's lounge to get the teacher because a kid in our class cut his hand. That's all that happens. And we open the door, and they're having a birthday party for the teacher. It's nothing. It's really nothing. But it becomes this huge thing about children's perception of adults and what school is for and the dynamic between. But it's just a little dumb thing. People say, why does all that stuff happen to you? I said, nothing really happened that day. And I didn't even know about it until I thought about it later when I ran into this teacher who, so it's more about paying attention to the little things and seeing what's underneath them that means stuff, I think.
I just want to add one thing to feel free to. Yeah, that was a good start. Let's hear it for Bill Harley. Okay.
Shut up.
There.
So what? Shut up.
Oh, I agree absolutely what Bill was saying. It doesn't really take much. You don't have to have some great spectacular thing happen to you. And often the source for a lot of my stories is simply the difference between what was happening on the outside and what I was thinking. Because, people daydream all the time. I mean, they daydream something like 50% of the time. So we're up, teachers going, blah, blah, and you're going, what? And you're in a completely different universe. You're not hearing a single word until all of a sudden they say, Willie. then you wake up out of this. So often the humor comes from what's going on, because it's the same with everybody, between what's going on inside your head and the mundane things that are happening outside.